So I was thinking it has been a while since I made some nice seafood chowder. But the thing is, the seafood chowder, you have to have oyster crackers. So, hey, let's make some oyster crackers today. I'm going to show you how to do that. It's actually very easy. I want to take 2 cups of flour. To 2 cups of flour, we're going to add a teaspoon of salt. Actually, 2 teaspoons of salt, sorry. 1, 2. I'm going to add, so we're going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. 1. Basically get all the dry ingredients together here. 2. And I'm actually going to add half a teaspoon of yeast. You can leave the yeast out if you want, but I think it just gives it a little extra kick. Actually adds a little flavor too. Gives you that feel like you're actually having bread. So I'll mix up dry ingredients a little bit. See, very simple. To that, we're going to add some butter. We have half a stick of butter, basically, which is like 4 tablespoons. Melted butter. Some people like to use the cold butter. That's better for biscuits, but I found it's not really a big deal for the crackers because we're going to be working this dough and there will be some gluten developed. It's really no big deal because the crackers are going to be dry and crispy. So we've got that butter working in, so we basically have little pea size. And now we can add our water. We're going to add 2/3 a cup of water. Okay. Just kind of bring it all together. It's going to form nicely. And once it all kind of comes together, what I'm going to do is just sit and let it rest for about a half hour. Just going to pull it all together. I always say the best tool in the kitchen is your hands. So I'll just kind of make sure that all comes together well. And once again, we're just going to let that sit. Cover that, let that sit for about a half hour. Okay, so our dough is looking nice. I had it sit for about, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, maybe a half hour. If you have the time, let it go a little longer. I'm just going to finger knead it a little bit just to work it a little bit more. Leave that alone about a half hour. We'll come back, we'll cut it and bake it. Okay, now that the dough has had a chance to relax, let's see if we can make some crackers. Now, this is a little tedious, I'm not going to lie, so it'd be a great activity to do for the kids if you have some small children. I'm basically just going to roll it out and cut it into pieces. Now, this is not exact science, you hear me say that oftentimes, but it's really true. Obviously, the baking aspect is somewhat of a science, we know that. So I'm just going to cut these little pieces, just kind of put them right on the parchment paper. The idea is you want little pieces. Now, a pastry knife would probably be a lot better for this, but I don't have one handy right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut these manually. No big deal. It's the point where I'm going to fast forward. Now keep in mind, these are going to rise a little bit. So even if you make tiny, tiny pieces, they're going to end up being pretty big, maybe double that size when they bake. Okay, now that I have all my little crackers laid out in the pan, I'm just going to hit them with a little salt and lightly salt them with a little sea salt. Actually, it's Himalayan salt. Sea salt is good too. Not too much, just a little bit. Make them like nice and delicious. Perfect. Then into the oven they go for about maybe 10 minutes. Now I also have some steam going in the oven. The water pan, make them nice and crunchy. Nice. See them brown nicely on the bottom. And what we're going to do is just basically put them onto a cooling rack without burning my hands. And we can do our next batch. So you want to make sure to separate them so they don't clump together and get soggy. Because they've still got some moisture in them. We're going to let them just kind of sit out like this and dry out a little bit more. And when they're dry, completely cool, be nice and crunchy, like we expect from a cracker. So this is something kind of nice. It's not as uniform as what you buy in the store, but it is a little bit, I think, in a way, elegant because it adds a little flair when you serve your meal. And you can say, hey, look, we got homemade crackers with our chowder today. Make everybody nice and happy, right? So we're going to get into another batch and we'll be done for the day. Okay, so our crackers have cooled off. Let's try one. Of course, the real test will be when we make the chowder. So you can see they're nice and golden brown and crunchy. Delicious. Just like you bought them from the store, only fresher. And no artificial ingredients. So you can see a little bit labor intensive cutting them up, no big deal. Nice activity for the kids and a nice way to complement your chowder or soup. So that's all for now. Thanks for joining me. Join me soon when I make my seafood chowder. You're going to love it. God bless.